Good morning, dear student. How are you? I hope you are well and taking the good care of your health as well as your studies. As I always used to tell in my every video, today we are going to start our next part of basic concept in geometry. Okay. Now, only one question was remaining in your exercise 1.2, and that was question number 6. In that, the question is given, answer the following question with the help of the figure given below. Now, as you can see here, a number line is given and various coordinate point is also given here. And for example, the number 0 is associated with coordinate A, number 2 is associated with coordinate B, and so many coordinates are given here. Now, in that, your first question is, state the following point which are equidistant. Equidistant means what? Equal distance from point B. Now, here you have to state which points are equidistant from point B. Now, where is your point B here? Your point B is here. So, your answer will be the points equidistance from point B are, first you can see here your point is here B. Now A and C, you can observe here, both are equal distance from point B. Okay, so which points are here equal distance from point B? Point A and point C. So point A and point C, because you can see here the distance between point BA and point BC are 2. Why? Because distance BA is equal to distance BC, both are 2 units. Why? As we already know in our previous part, or if we want to know the distance between 2 points, then we have to subtract smaller coordinates from larger coordinate. So out of these 2 points, which one is the smaller here? 0. And which one is the larger here? 2. 2 minus 0, it will become 2. Similarly, in points B and C, which one is the larger coordinate? 4. And which one is the smaller coordinate? 2. 4 minus 2 is become 2. So therefore, point A and point C are equidistant from point V. Now, one more point you can take here. Your point P and point D. Point P and point D. Once again, you have to write here reason, because the distance of BP is equal to the distance of BD is equal to, how much is distance will be? See, if you compare point P and point B, which one is here greater? 2 is greater and minus 2 is smaller. And as we know, we have to subtract smaller number from larger number. Your smaller number is here 2 and your larger number is minus 2. So 2 minus 2, so minus will become plus here. So 2 plus 2 is will become 4. Here also you can see, out of point B and D, which one is greater here? D is the greater one and 2 is the smaller one. And you have to subtract smaller coordinate from larger coordinate. So 6 minus 2, again it will become 4. So both have a distance of 4. So that's why point P and point D are equidistant from point B here. Here you have to write a point P and point D, because. Now, second question, it is similar to your question number 1 here. Write a pair of points equidistance from point Q. Now in previous question it was point B. Now in this question, question number 2, we have to find out which points are equidistant from point Q here. So again your answer will be written in the same way. The points equidistant from point Q are, the first one you can observe here, your point U and point L. Okay, so point U and point L, I am going to write your region. Point U and point L, because the distance of QU is equal to the distance of QL is equal to, here you can know that it is -4, so that's why it will be -5. Similarly it is -2, so here it will be -3. Now larger coordinate minus smaller coordinate. So first your distance is here QU. The Q is -4 and U is -5, and we know well in minus the smaller number is greater. So which number is greater here? -4. If you subtract -4 -5, then this minus and minus will become plus, and 5 minus 4 will become 1. And always we know we have to put here the sign of greater number, and greater number is here plus. So your answer will be here 1 units. Similarly, your point R and point P, this both will be equidistant from point Q. So your second point will be point R and point P. Again you have to state here region, because the distance of point QR is equal to point QP. See, it is -4 and this is -6. So which number will be here greater? In in negative number, smaller number is always greater. So -4 will be greater here. So larger number minus smaller number. The smaller number will be here -6. So minus minus become plus. Minus plus minus 6 minus 4 is will become 2. Okay, and similarly here also, if you calculate, you will find the same distance 2 units. So here it will come 2 units. Okay, because so this was about your question number 2 of question number 6. Now the third question is given here. Find distance of UV, point UV. Second one, the distance of point P and C. Third one, the distance of point V and B. Fourth one, the distance of point U and L. I am going to solve here only the first question, and remaining question you have to do by yourself. Okay, and it is very much related to your previous part, as we have done in our previous part 1 or part 2. Okay, so first here you have to find out distance UV. Now the coordinate of point U and point V are, see which coordinate is here, the point U, -5, and here it is 5. So -5 and 5 respectively. Okay, as we can see in our here number line, U is represented by -5 and V is represented by 5. Since we know out of -5 and 5 which number is greater here, plus sign is always greater, so plus 5 will be greater than minus 5. Now we have to find out here distance of point U and V. It's become very easy, and we know the distance of 2 points is obtained by subtracting smaller number from larger number. So your larger number is here 5. 5 minus the smaller number. The smaller number is minus 5. So this minus and this minus will become plus. So 5 plus 5 is will become 10 units. If nothing is given, you have to always write here your answer in units. So remaining question I hope you can do by yourself. Now here we come to and our our exercise number 1.2. So your 1.2 is over here. Now we can start our exercise 1.3, and 1.3 is totally related to your theoretical question. See, the first one is given, write the following statement in if and slash comma, if dash then form. Okay, if and then form you have to write out here. Okay, so now you know well in your English subject, if and then is mostly used for conditional sentences. Okay, so this given statement you have to write in if and then form, means in conditional form. So you can see here, the first question is given, the opposite angle of parallelograms are congruent. What is given here? The opposite angles of parallelograms are congruent. If I have to say this statement in conditional form, then how I can write? If a quadrilateral is parallelogram, then its opposite angles are congruent. That's become here conditional. So how I will write this? If a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. What? Parallelogram. Then it is its opposite angles are congruent. Opposite angles are congruent. Now it's become conditional in the form of if and then. Okay, how? If the quadrilateral is parallelogram, then its opposite angles are congruent. Okay. So it's becoming if and then form. It means in conditional form. Second question, the diagonal of rectangles are congruent. It is also very easy. How you can say that this in the conditional form? If a quadrilateral is rectangle, then its diagonals are congruent. Now it's become conditional. Okay. So if a quadrilateral is rectangle, then its diagonal are congruent. Finish. You can see here if and then. Okay. So if you are using here if and then in the same sentence, so it will become your conditional form. Similarly, in an isosceles triangle, the segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the base is perpendicular to base. You have to write this sentence in if and then form, conditional form. So it is very easy. You can write it this way: if a triangle is isosceles. What? Isosceles. Then the line segment joining the vertex, and from here onward you can write as it is, which is given in your question. You can write over here. So it is very easy, dear student. Only you have to say the sentence in the form of if and then, and if okay, only you have to make your conditional form of the given sentence. Now moving towards your next question. write the converse of the following statement. Dear student, here you have to write down this sentence in the converse form. Converse form is what? It is very much related to your question number 1. If you are going to write this question in if and then form, then ultimately it will become converse. See, the alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal are congruent. Now we have to write this statement in converse form. So how we can write? If the alternate angles formed by two lines and their transversal are congruent, then two lines are parallel. Now for sometimes मैं आपको ऐसे समझा देता हूँ कि ये ठीक इसका उल्टा लिखना है. क्वेश्चन क्या बोला है कि द अल्टरनेट एंगल फॉर्म बाय टू पैरेलल लाइंस एंड देयर ट्रांसवर्सल आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट. कि जो अल्टरनेट एंगल्स होते हैं जो दो पैरेलल लाइन से बनते हैं, ठीक है, दो पैरेलल लाइन और उनके ट्रांसवर्सल से बनते हैं जो अल्टरनेट एंगल, ओके, तो वो क्या होते हैं? कॉन्ग्रुएंट होते हैं. आपको अगर इसका रिवर्स कहना है तो आप ऐसे कह सकते हो कि दो लाइन और उसके ट्रांसवर्सल से बनने वाले जो अल्टरनेट एंगल होते हैं, ठीक है, तो वो अल्टरनेट अगर एंगल बनते हैं तो ये दोनों लाइन क्या होते हैं? ये दोनों लाइन पैरेलल होते हैं, ठीक है. जस्ट आपने खाली इसको कंडीशनल फॉर्म में कह दिया. तो ही टू मोर क्वेश्चंस आर हियर रिमेनिंग विच यू कैन डू बाय योरसेल्फ एंड द वे ऑफ writing this question is similar to your question number first of question number 2. Okay, so that much for is enough for this video. The remaining part we are going to see in the next part. Okay, so and one more information for you. Whatever question I am not going to solve over here, you have to write in your class work and as well as in your homework, and you have to submit this on our group as you always send on Friday. Okay, so for that time, thank you very much. We will meet in next part. Thank you.